Married at First Sight Season 18's Madison Myers had a bad impression of Alan Slovick, which may have triggered her to play the victim on the show. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching for more details. Married at First Sight villain Madison Myers played the victim throughout her marriage with Alan Slovick, but did her poor first impression of him push her to make bad decisions throughout the season? Throughout Married at First Sight Season 18, Madison's behavior was strange and at times uncomfortable to watch, especially when it came to her relationship with Alan. After being set up by the MAF's experts, it was clear that Madison wasn't interested in the relationship, despite saying that she was time and time again. When it was revealed Madison was engaging in an affair, she changed her tune. Though Married at First Sight Season 18's cast had been around each other for the majority of the season, it was clear for quite some time that things were different between Madison and Michelle Tomlin's MAF's husband David Trimble. While nothing was caught on camera, the pair spent a lot of time together and both made excuses about staying out late or finding each other when their spouses weren't around. Though it was possible to believe they'd simply become friends, it was quickly revealed that David and Madison were engaging in an emotional, potentially physical, affair outside of their marriages. Alan met never Madison's standards. Although Alan and Madison were shown to be a pair that would likely work well on the Married at First Sight Season 18 matchmaking special, when they met there was a major disconnect between them. While Alan enjoyed what he saw when Madison walked down the aisle, she wasn't as happy about his physical features. Madison quickly tried to make it clear that though Alan wasn't her physical type, he was a nice guy from her perspective. As the couple got to know one another, Madison kept circling back to the fact that Alan was great, but not her type. As Madison and Alan's marriage continued, it became clear that she wasn't going to get over the fact that he wasn't her physical type. She mentioned it nearly every episode throughout Married at First Sight Season 18, even sharing with one of his friends in an early episode that she liked Alan as a person, but didn't feel physically attracted to him. Madison even went as far as bringing it to the experts, explaining that she felt connected to Alan emotionally, but their physical relationship wasn't blossoming. While Madison knew she was interested in David, she continued pursuing Alan emotionally. Madison's been playing the victim. While Madison felt strongly that she wasn't going to wind up finding Alan attractive as she moved through their marriage, she didn't know how to communicate that to him directly. Instead, Madison was difficult to watch as she navigated the relationship, ignoring the fact that she wasn't attracted to Alan and continuing to pursue their marriage as something that could eventually work. Madison was sneaky throughout her relationship with Alan, especially once she understood that she had feelings for David. Knowing that she was feeling something strongly for another Married at First Sight cast member, Madison let Alan feel secure. Prior to the couple's retreat, Alan and Madison got into some difficult arguments as they tried to figure out where their relationship was going. While Alan was struggling in his marriage, he seemed hopeful that they'd be able to make things work. Unfortunately, Madison had already connected with David and began playing the victim in her marriage, ignoring the fact that she was getting emotional fulfillment with someone else. When she finally came clean to the experts, she ignored that she'd hurt Alan and Michelle and refused to take accountability for pursuing David behind their backs, focusing on her feelings. Are Alan and Madison still together? As Married at First Sight Season 18 continued, Alan and Madison's marriage got to a point where the relationship was untenable for both of them. Despite knowing that Alan was hoping to move forward in their relationship together, it quickly became clear during the couple's retreat that the pair weren't going to work out. When David shared the news that he'd been connecting with Madison, Alan likely expected the opportunity to speak to his MAF's wife before their marriage came to an end. While Alan was probably hoping for closure, Madison didn't have enough respect for him to provide it. Alan left the Married at First Sight Season 18 retreat heartbroken, not just by Madison, but by David as well. The couple are not still together, as shown by the final episode of the season, giving MAF's viewers insight into Madison and David's relationship. The new couple have moved forward together, making it clear that they're not sorry that they chose to go behind their MAF's spouses' backs because